So this video is going to show you how to use the Microsoft OneNote notebook through Teams. Easiest way to do this is to either go on through Glow and go to Teams, or you can use the Teams app. You can also access this through your mobile phones and tablets. You just need to go to the Teams app. But when you go to the notebook, you will have to have the OneNote notebook app downloaded. But you should just be able to do that for free and log in using your Glow email address and login details. So I'm going to open up Microsoft Teams, and this is what you might see. Each team is like a class, and just like for every class you've got your own jotters, each team has its own notebooks. So I'm going to go to this test team, and your notebook is along the top here where it says class notebook. So I'm going to click on there, and that's going to take me to the class notebook. Now the notebook is really good because anything you put in it, whether you type in it, draw in it, whatever, your teacher can see it. Nobody else can see it because you will have your own jotter. The teacher can see everyone's jotters, including yours, but you can't see anyone else's. There's a few different things we need to know about. So if we go here, this is how we get to the different areas in our notebook. This is like a little bookshelf. So if we click on here, in your notebook, you've got different sections. Collaboration space is where both the pupils and the teacher can write and edit the stuff that's in it. Content library, teachers might put things in there and you can read them, but you can't change it. Pupils cannot change anything in here. So this might be useful for putting notes up that the teacher is wanting you to see, but not change. But the most important part is this bit here. So I'm logged on as a test pupil, and this is the test pupil's name, but you should have your name there, and this is your jotter, your notebook. If we click on the little arrow, it will open up the different sections. Now, the teacher will set this up in advance, and they might look different. You might have one for each area, so each unit that you're doing. You might have one for the different things. So this one has got handouts, homeworks, class notes, quizzes. And within each one, if I go into homework, you've got different pages. So you can see a little options popped up the bottom. I can add sections in, which would add a new tab in here. You just give it a name. So add a section, my stuff. You can see that it's appeared there. You can add different pages within your section as well. This is extremely useful if you're doing homework, for example. You might have a space for homework 1, but then want a new page for homework 2. And you can see that it's changing the name so you can see what it is. So it's very useful to make sure you put a heading in here so you can keep a track of what it is. Just like you would in a jotter, putting a heading at the top of the work so you know what's in it. Your teacher might also put some work in for you already. So you can see here that this teacher has put into every pupil's some homework for them to do. Little explanation about doing something about internet safety. To write in your jotter, in your notebook, you just need to click somewhere. Want to click down here, double click somewhere and start typing. I can change the font, the size, bold, underline, make it italics, highlight it, change the colour, almost everything you could do with a Word file. You can also copy and paste from a clipboard and undo anything if you make some mistakes. You can insert various things as well. So you can pop in tables if you need to do a table for your work. You don't get the same features as you would if you're putting a table in Word, but it's still useful if you've got results tables to put in. You can pop files in, so you can attach the file itself. So I'm going to attach a PowerPoint. Let's put this one in. Click open, insert, and it's basically going to download a link to that file. So when your teacher comes along, they will double click on it and it will give them the option to download it. We're wanting to allow the download, and you can see that they can download it there. You can also insert a printout. So if you've got a Word file or a PDF, it will basically take a copy of it. So I've got a pretty rubbish Word file I've put here just to show you. And if you click insert, what it's done is it's taken that Word file and it is printing out what the Word file looks like. Now I can't edit that, it's just a printout, but that is exactly what you would see if you were to print it onto a bit of paper. And I've included that as well. Okay. You can put pictures in from your file, from a camera, from online. You can put links in, so hyperlinks to websites. You can record audio. So if you are recording something for music or drama or for your languages, English, you need to do some speech, then you can insert an audio file in there. Symbols, maths might be useful for physics and maths, obviously, but something else that might be useful, especially if you have got a tablet or a phone, if you click on draw, you can draw. Now, obviously, I'm using a mouse and it's not the greatest, but you can still draw little diagrams, arrows, things like that. You can change the colour of it, change the thickness, and it's really useful for drawing little lines and diagrams. If you've got a tablet or a phone and you can use your finger or like an Apple Pencil, you'll obviously get a lot more usability from it. As I said, anything you put in here, your teacher can see. So it's really useful for doing homework. Not every staff member, not every teacher will use it. So just pay attention to the instructions that the teacher is wanting you to follow. If they want stuff in assignments, do it in assignments. But you should now hopefully have a little bit of more idea of how to use Class Notebook.